welcome to another episode of Answers in the Spotlight. Today we're going to be discussing the role of data when it comes to industrial AI initiatives. And to help me dig into that, I'm joined by Rik from Dimension Software.
Thanks, Shannon, for the invitation.
You're welcome. Glad to have you here.
Always nice and beautiful setup you have here. So it's looking forward to have a let's say a nice chat about what's happening in the world.
Yes, and I know we had a quick conversation before, and I know you've got lots of insights and lots of things to say on this. So we'll jump right in.
Perfect.
Okay, so before we get started on, let's say, digging more into the role of data in industrial AI initiatives. Let's talk about business intelligence as a whole, because I feel like there's always a different trend. There is, AI is the latest one of the latest ones. There's lots. So how has business intelligence evolved over the years? And again, I feel like some people are still stuck on initiatives that we were talking about when I started in the industry, maybe 10 years ago. So, yeah, can you talk us through a little bit about that?
Yeah, so if you go a little bit back in time, and then let's say maybe 20, 25 years ago, it was all about capturing your data, storing your data. And of course, we have different kinds of data. You have time series data, you have transactional data, and maybe structured data, unstructured data. I mean, it's a whole science by himself.
Yeah.
And that was really the push then. Because our idea was always we need this data so we can then reactive, looking at problems.
Yep.
Or we can then say, do we see something? Can we learn something from the data that otherwise we're going to miss? Because we talk about industrial environments here, we don't talk about banks or something. It's like an industrial environment. Is we have so much data coming from all these sensors. What do you do with it?
Yeah.
So that was our first problem we have to solve is and we stored it, right? And it was, and it is still really helpful to say, okay, there's a problem. Okay, what happened? Which alarm happened at which time? Which machine? Who was the cause? Because sometimes we see the symptoms, but we have to understand what's the cause of the problem. So it really helped us with that.
But I think that also scares people as well, because like you said, there's so much data being generated. And I think the term like data, it scares people because it's like there's so much to go through. Correct. And can they actually make use of it?
So what we did is like looking at the problems and just using the data for the problems. So we create like user interfaces, which are really helpful that you say, show me this machine, maybe show a different process, and we could visualize it. Or you can do a search. So as we were maturing, our tools were getting better to understand the data, but it's really, let's say, in a narrow frame. It's a motor is, for example, failing. It creates a lot of data. How can we use this data to analyze? But then you have maybe another system, let's say maintenance system, because now we have to repair it. So there's in that other system, there is also a lot of data related to the motor.
Yes, of course.
And then maybe there is quality data from production, which is maybe not related to the motor himself, but to the process. And now the problem starts to come, is you have all these silos of information, specialized information.
Yeah.
Can they learn from each other? Can we use them?
Yeah.
And that's then the next step. So, and you could see that, and maybe you have heard about it. It's like digital transformation, because now we say we need even more data.
Yes,
and we have to create this digital picture of our industrial environment. And therefore we needed, and maybe you have another thing you have heard is like IoT. It's like, gets all these sensors and so on. And it was again creating more information, but also the way we work. So if you go, let's say 10, 15 years ago in manufacturing around or in industrial environment, you see a lot of papers on the tables.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it piles up.
Piles up. It gets lost. Like no one.
But it's like for that time, and then maybe they're gonna look back maybe 1 day or 2 days because maybe it was a problem. Then say, show me that report. But then that pile is getting dust,
Yes.
catching Dutch and dust and dust and dust. So it's like it disappears. So what if we again put it in a digital form? Then even if we don't use it tomorrow, at least it's stored in a digital way, and then we can search in it compared to paper.
Yeah.
So this digital transformation, and I think for an industrial environment, we were saying, yeah, but we are doing this already 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
And I think we missed the ball there sometimes, is to say, no, it's not what we did. It's what we need tomorrow.
But it's a journey, isn't it? Digital transformation, it isn't just a one-step thing.
And it's because, let's think about an operator. He says, yeah, my machines are working. Why do I need this digital transformation? It's like, well,
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It's working. So it was more about change management of people and start using this data in a different way for a team, not a person, or looking into, remember I said that narrow problem, but really start thinking about, we have multiple problems, do we see patterns? But if we don't have it in a digital way, we cannot do it.
Yeah.
So there's that evolution. And now, and as I would say, there's the last 2-3 years, it's a shock what is happening now. And it's not only for us in the industry environment, it's everywhere. And that's that AI.
Yes.
But then is the question, what does that mean in our environment for our specialization?
Yeah.
And that's really exciting to think about that and to work on that. And I call this moment, let's say, think about when the iPhone was released. It was in 2008. I'm a Nokia fan, okay? I'm a Nokia and I like my keyboard and it's like, it does the trick. It's phone. If the phone is working, it's like, why would you not put a glass and you cannot feel it? It's and that's that moment where we didn't understand yet what's the impact of that. And if you look then to the Apple Store and then Google came up and all these kind of things, but it's for me, is what we see today in AI is that moment also.
Yeah. Okay.
And we are still at the beginning of that. It's just that awkwardness.
Yeah.
And then you will have a camp of people saying, no, it's hallucinate, it's really bad. And then you have on the other side the people say, no, I want to use that. And how they're going to use that.
Yeah.
And I think will be the latter over time who will win.
Yes.
But it's again, like I said, with digital transformation, it's people and change of mindset.
Yes, absolutely.
And how we can use that, where we as engineers in that environment are used to standards, following instructions.
Yep.
And that becomes disrupted now a little bit because now, and we can go a little bit more in detail in a moment, of what does that mean.
Yeah.
So now we have, let's say we started with this historian, and we stored it in. Then we said that digital transformation, and the word just may be wrong, but it just was like, how can an organization change in a digital way? And that's only by the people.
Yes.
Because the systems are there to be used, but it's we're using is us. And now we go even much further to the next level, which is that AI, which is, I think it's that Apple moment, or that iPhone moment, and we are at the beginning. And if we look to adaptation, and I always talk about an S-curve, and think about an S-curve, in the beginning, you don't feel the change.
No.
But as we go on, then it starts to accelerate. And very often people will say that's like in an exponential change. But we as humans do not understand what exponential means. We have no idea to grasp that. So it's that I find it very exciting, to be honest, is to
definitely.
Think about
that. So these people then that are, they're the early adopters of the technology. They're the ones that you said, they're like, I want to use this. How can this benefit me? What is day-to-day life looking like for them now? So, previously, like you said, they would go in on the shop floor, there'd be paper all around them. They'd be trying to figure out things. Now that they're using things like AI, predictive analytics, all these new tools, what's day-to-day life looking like for them?
Yeah, so we come through that disruption of, if we look to the organization, as again, 20 years ago, it was automation of manufacturing, industrial environments.
Yeah.
That means that we needed less people in that side, and we automated jobs that maybe were dangerous, or maybe you have to bring it from A to B or something. Why don't we automate that? It's no added value. It's now becomes the same for let's say the knowledge workers. It becomes the same. It's like, can we not help that? Maybe I'm bringing it from a system from A to a system to B. Can we not automate that also?
Yeah.
And that AI can really help us with that, so that it becomes more added value. So I think, see it more as follows: is that we go from a more, let's say, tactical and doing things to more strategic, and AI is helping us with the tactical things. So I think there's going to be a shift, but we are really early days.
Okay.
Because I was yesterday visiting a company, and they are doing predictive.
Okay.
And that's a journey already 6 years.
Wow.
It didn't happen overnight, because they had to learn, remember that data we were talking about 20 years ago.
Yes.
And that it was really useful for that problem we were solving. But now what we see now is that the data we need for machine learning or predictive is not only this data, but it's other data we have to use, and we have to make context for that. And that's, for example, what we do in our company is really trying to figure out all these silos of this information, how we can make more knowledge about it. Because once we understand that, then we can do much better things. But sometimes people are jumping the gun and say, no, we have all the data. Let's think about that for a second. That data was used for a certain purpose, and it's really good for that purpose. But now that is a new purposes. How are we going to do that?
Data always needs context and an actual reason for collecting and using that data.
Otherwise you're not going to do that. And now, I give an example. So you could say, machine is failing, and it's failing. So maybe there's a pattern. Okay, beautiful machine learning or AI. When it sees patterns, it loves it. But then maybe there is useful information in the maintenance system.
Okay.
Because maybe there we can see work orders of what they have done to that asset. But think about it. That's unstructured information.
Of course.
But in a machine learning, I need structured information. Otherwise, I don't see a pattern. Now think about, what if we feed these work orders to an AI and say, make decisions if you see, for example, instructions like repair. And somebody wrote a text, we repaired this, or we changed bearings. What if we feed this to AI and start making it more structured? So now we can say, when at this asset, we have this kind of structured information we can use for our machine learning. So we can start thinking in a different way of untapped data. We have never, because we have stayed away from it. Because sometimes you have these initiatives where you say, let's clean up the data. Have you heard that? It's like, we're going to clean it up, cleansing the data. And then you need a team of people. And it's maybe 6 months.
It's not a fun job, data comes in.
And it's very expensive for a company. And then at the moment, 6 months later, whatever you have done is already outdated. That's the biggest problem then. Or it starts to decline
isn't
again.
It, the data as well.
It starts to decline again. So it's really thinking about these new tools that we can use and say, but can we not use AI to clean data? It's like, maybe we can do that. And yes, we have to write something, and we have to do something, but we can start thinking differently of the data we've never touched or dare to touch. How can we use that?
So how do you do that, though? How do you actually create value for industrial AI initiatives for digital transformation?
So I was talking to a customer 1 month ago, and they say, the board has decided we're going to use AI. So I have to use AI. And in this case, it was specifically my machine learning and predictive maintenance. Okay? So the first question you should ask, what's your use case? And then normally it's silent at that time. Because they say, no, it's AI. But AI is not going to figure out for you what data going to use and what's the goal. No, it isn't. So you as a human, you have to help me to say, for example, we want to predict when a motor will fail, and it has to be, let's say, a frame of 7 to 24 hours beforehand. We want to do, and we want an accuracy of 60%. I say something. Well, okay, that's my use case.
Yeah.
Now I can start working.
Oh, okay.
I need this data. I need this data. Now, then the next step, is this data the right quality? Because maybe even the data which we have been using for 20 years and is really good, but we never have been focusing on that we're going to use this, for example, for a predictive maintenance. We never thought about it.
Yeah.
So that data is maybe there, but not really in the best form that we can use it. So, and you have heard about this, like garbage in, garbage out.
Yes,
right?
yes, I have.
Yeah, heard about it.
Which that confuses me though, like that saying, because I mean, obviously I was working in the industry. We know the importance of data, everything that we're saying. We know, anyone that talks about digital transformation, you get all these like B2B influencers, and they all say data is king. Like it is the most important thing. So yeah, that saying garbage in, garbage out, for me, it's just, well, yeah, like what are you doing? Why are you not collecting the right data?
Yeah. And I think it's that change management of thinking about data, data or data. It's
American or English?
Yeah, that's like, which one is it? So it's that thought of we're collecting the data, and that data was maybe good for a moment in time to do something.
Yes. Yeah.
But now maybe we need data which is over a period of 2 years. Now, over 2 years, maybe there are holes in the data, which didn't disturb us. It was fantastic, no problem, because we had other data, we could do that.
Yeah.
But if we now want to do a pattern, we want to need over a longer period, and this data has to be good. And then people are saying, yeah, but this is garbage in. Yeah, but I know it's not right, but don't call it garbage. It's like, this is really valuable. We just have to clean it up and get it right.
Yeah.
So it's again about that use case. Is one of the elements you have to think about is, where is my valuable data? And maybe you have to manipulate. Maybe you have to get your infrastructure better so that it's more stable, it's more accurate, it's more trustworthy, so that we can use it in a later phase.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would say if people are saying garbage in, garbage out, it feels like when people are talking about it, it's like, I'm even not going to touch it.
Yeah. Well, they're probably the ones that have this, like I said, these data silos where it maybe is useless data. Because like what?
Yeah, but
no data's completely useless.
So it's again coming. So let's assume it's unstructured.
Yeah.
It's unstructured. It's like I'm writing it like this. You're writing it like that. I can't do nothing with that. Computer likes ones and zeros. It has to be structured.
Yeah.
So again, we have to figure out to make it structured. And today, I think AI, which loves because it's a large language model. It's specialized in that.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can say, if you find, and you can write a nice prompt for that. If you find all these words, then this is the meaning. If you find all these things, or you can say, what do you think it could be, and classify it as a certain, and here are the ranges of the classifications. Oh, now I can have structured because it's classified. Even we started from unstructured. Before LLMs, we would not touch it.
Wow.
Now we can think about it.
Yeah.
So it's and it could be also in a production environment where maybe you have recipes and people are writing comments. This comments is maybe gold. Where we say, yeah, but that's garbage. No, think differently now. We can.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of that new era we're going in that Apple moment we're going in. And it's getting our head around of what it is. So I would say, get the use case, understand your data, and even think about how we could use AI to shorten that time frame, which is maybe a month, 2 months, to an hour. Let's think about that. How can we do that?
Yeah.
So it would mean that I straight away can see where I have to optimize my data. I straight away could see where I can improve or it will fail. So I don't have to spend months and months for that. So I think there will be new ideas coming up. And for, let's say, incumbents and so on, there will be disruption, guaranteed. So it's that, because think about some of the solutions are maybe 30 years old or 40 years old.
Yeah.
There will be disruptions. And could be the guy who was in the garage tinkering around. And so, because today is because also of this new, the LLMs and so on, that let's say if you have an idea in the old world, maybe you have to get a team of programmers.
Yeah.
Maybe you need only one or two. So your ideas can go much further.
Yeah.
And it's awkward for an industrial environment, right? Because an internet is like, no, there are norms, there are standards. It's like so it's that. Can we also not think about disruption in the industrial environment? And that's new, because normally we don't do that. But disruption would be on a data level, not on your machine level.
Yeah.
Because, when say you install a whole machine, that machine you cannot say, I'm going to do a test and then I put a new one. No, it's a physical thing. You have to put it in. It takes maybe 6 months to put it in. So you cannot change it. But now you can say, but it spits out all this data. And we do things with this machine. What do we learn out of that? And that is the magic.
Yeah.
So there is disruption, right? So as when I talk about industrial environment, it's like people are saying, but we cannot do, let's say, this one of these expressions they use in silicon is like fail fast.
Okay.
How are you going to do this in an industrial environment? Fail fast.
I don't think I've heard that saying.
It's like you test something, it doesn't work. It's better to fail fast than just.
Then it's done. Move on.
Yeah, it's like, but how do we go do this in an industrial environment? But again, it's that data, data layer, because there we can do a simulation. Because you have heard about digital twins, for example.
Yes.
Digital twin allows us to do things.
Yeah.
And check if we can see improvements in our digital model.
Yeah, in a risk-free place.
And say, oh, no, because that's going to be perfect, or no, that's too dangerous, or whatever is the reason. And then you bring it back to the physical world.
Yeah.
So it's that play between that physical world and digital world. So if we say fail fast and test and fail fast, you do it at a digital level.
Yeah.
So if you have your maintenance data, you have your SCADA systems, the historians, maybe lab data, financial data, you have your operational data. So now we go in that era that we really have to bring them all together and start, depending on what we want to, our use case that we want to work is, how can we tap in that? And there you need, let's say, platforms to help you to bring them all together. And first is maybe to visualize them. Simple. See what's going on, understanding. Because once you can then, let's say, do a manual thing, it's repetitive, we can automate it.
Yep.
And once it's automated, we can do the next step.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I think that's still the hurdle we have to go through, is to break down these barriers between functions. Because they're going to say, I'm IT, I'm OT, I'm maintenance, I'm operation, I'm management, or whatever. Come on, break them down and think about how you can help.
Yeah, and that's back to that IT-OT convergence. Because again, it's something that people have been speaking about for years. And I think, like I said, now more than ever, now that we're starting on this curve, it's so important for, like I said, for there to be that collaboration.
Yeah, so I've seen some and so if you think where does the innovation happens? So I'm sometimes surprised it's with the smaller companies because they don't have the budgets.
Yeah.
So what their belief system is, for example, is followed. They say, but AWS, the Microsofts, they are spending billions on security, cybersecurity. I cannot spend that. So I don't mind it's all in the cloud. Because it's well protected, and they are spending much more money on it than I'm ever going to spend on it. So, and there are thousands of people or companies using that, or 100,000s of companies using that. So it must be secure. So I put a lot of my operational data in the cloud. Where I would say 5 years ago, I would never heard about it. But then even go further, they are pushing information from the cloud into the OT. And that was also like, whoa.
Yeah.
But again, so they can then move much faster because they don't put in their own constraints. And they change their belief system, change management, of, no, I have to be more flexible. I want to use what's available. And yes, you're going to say normally we would not do that. And that's maybe that belief system, that's change management. That's like breaking barriers and start thinking differently. So sometimes I see with smaller companies who are really changing our way of thinking, where then you say, you have critical assets. It's much more difficult. If, let's say, the water treatment and this kind of things, it's a different world. And I understand that. But then you have other ones that are really thinking about disrupting so that they can also do things faster, but at a reasonable cost. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's different levels, isn't it, that people can approach based on their current digital maturity, for example. I mean, it's something that we see, like when, our consultants from IC Square, one of our business division, obviously you already know about that, when they go and speak to people and they're like assessing their digital maturity and like they're telling people about all these new technologies. And I think a lot of people, they don't know that some of these technologies even exist that can help them with some of these problems. I mean, you've just mentioned a lot of them there, like how you said 5 years ago, you might not have even thought, okay, I'm going to send my data up. Oh, but you can send it back down and then we can do that. So yeah, there's definitely a lot out there that is on offer for people. And I think speaking to experts is so important for people to get that knowledge from just outside of their bubble. So, yeah.
Yes, and it's also it's important to challenge your own ideas. So because again, in that industry environment, we are an ISO and all kinds of norms, and they are important. Don't get me wrong; they are really important. But I think sometimes we put too much constraints on that, and it could hamper your innovation also. So I think you have to find a balance.
Yes,
of how to do that. But I see like a really good opportunity, but please start with your use case, your business case. Do not say we're going to clean up data or we're going to say, but we're going to need this data. No, start from what's the business case and so on. And I think what I've learned also during the digital transformation journey is scaling. So what you see, a lot of companies are asking for a POC or a POV, proof of value or proof of concept. And if you think about that, very often this is, let's say, working. Most are successful because already 100 other companies have done it. So what is the value of it? But one of the things that we always miss out, or very often, is that proof of concept is we create an architecture to prove that the concept worked. But one of the things we don't do is the scaling aspect. We say, but for one it's working. Okay, let's not think for 1,000. It took you 2 months to do 1,000, to do one. What does that mean? For 1,000. Okay. So I would advise when we do a POC and a POV, put in scalability as one of your key elements, because that's the hindrance of your rollout. So they're going to say, they do a business case and say, but if we do that, it will save us, let's say, $100,000 or something, which can be enormous if you, let's say, multiple plants or multiple of these critical machines, right? But one of the things they're forgetting is the scalability. Okay. So one is the rollout, but the other one is then the maintainability. Because it would be all hard-coded or whatever it is to keep that POC working. And we took shortcuts to get it in. Or we just say through Excel or something. But it works, and then we can show it works, or whatever it is the reason it is. And then there really are, let's say, they go to the rollout and then it fails. And with digital transformation, this I've seen so many times, that people are stuck. And I think also McKinsey, they have this report about is that how many times that a pilot stays a pilot. It does not really go into production. So if we think about AI, the same thing, and even much more than that scaling.
Which is such a shame because of the benefits that it brings to companies.
True, so but it's that idea of so when you do a POC or a POV is really define your success criteria.
Yeah.
Really upfront, and there you also say is like how the scalability, maintainability, supportability. Also, it's like how do you call that? So upgradability. How you're gonna go then to a next version and so on, because it's not a status quo, right? It's a livable thing.
Yeah.
So that I've seen, and I think with AI it will be even harder, because I remember when we said this that your data has to be usable for AI, usable today for your specific case, but maybe not so good anymore for the tomorrow case.
Yeah.
So how are we going to make that now scalable also on the data side, on the digital transformation side, and on the AI side?
Yeah.
And it's a critical one, because otherwise people on the board will say, AI, we did it, it works, but you stay stuck in a pilot phase, and you don't really can roll it out for thousands of machines. And that's the question. How do you do it not for one, but for 1,000?
Yeah. So you've mentioned some points there. So, okay, to summarize it, if you could give people watching, if you could give them a summarized action plan for making sure their industrial AI initiative is a success, that it doesn't just stay in pilot, that, they can roll it out, what would an action plan be for them?
Yeah, so I would say start with the mindset. And sometimes people are organizing in the company like hackathons. Is really create that mindset of innovation. And I'm not going to call it disruption but it's like innovation. It's like allowing people to think differently. And what you will see, because a population is a bell curve, and you will see there will be some people who will hesitating, people who are in the middle, and people who will drive it. Find the drivers.
Yes.
Okay. Find them.
Yeah.
And out of 10 people, maybe you're going to have 2 drivers. Okay, that's your bell curve. You cannot change. You cannot expect everyone will do it. Get these drivers. And then go to the basics. And the basics is, for me, what is your use case? And I come back to that. And it's so surprising how sometimes difficult it is to define that. Or they are too vague. Be specific of your business case and what's going to be the return and what's going to do. And the return is not only financial. It could be safety related. And you could say safety is also financial, of course. So you could say everything is financial, but do subgroups like what is it? Is it compliance maybe because the law has changed? Maybe you have to do that also. Get that right. Get the right people together. And give them the support from management that they can do it. And let's assume it will fail 3 times before it will be successful. Celebrate failure. It's an important one. Okay, so that it's not seen as if something fails, then it's like, that's the end of it. No, the opposite. It's like they tried, they maybe they're missing elements, but they learned a lot of things. As management, we support them so that we can continue driving that change.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go into details of all the steps you have to do, but I would go to the people side.
Yeah.
Of where it has to go and think about this culture, innovation, support network you have to do. Maybe training, send them to a specific training which can help them. Yes, we have data. Yes, we have digital transformation. Yes, we have AI. But don't forget the people.
No, I couldn't agree. There's something we are big on that as well, because we've literally just written a guide around a people-first approach to digital transformation, and like it's backed by like all the big groups, McKinsey, Boston Consultancy Group. All of them are behind this theory as well, aren't they? That it's the people that need to be driving this.
Correct. So it's an important one. So it's that I would say is the plan. So the plan is not as such as, because you have three elements: people, systems, and processes. Sometimes people say it's technology, but I think technology is too restrictive. I call it systems. Systems could be pumps, systems could be computers, systems could be all kinds of things. You need these three in balance. And when we did a digital transformation consulting, we could see that very often is people are concentrating on the systems only, but not on the processes. And you say, what are the processes? What are they doing? They keep, let's say, elements between systems and systems working, between peoples and systems, or peoples and people. That's your process you have to create. And you have to get them right. And maybe you're going to digitize them and so on. And we could see that everybody is always talking about systems and systems. But they don't talk about the user, the people. Or what are the processes between people and people and systems, or what are systems and systems. They are not described anywhere. So keep these three pillars in your mind. If we talk about, if we want to do something, is, okay, what's the people aspect? What's the system aspect? And what is that process aspect that we have to do? And it's really important. And if your processes are also, let's say, not thought through, and you have to be flexible, because it doesn't mean that something which is good today that will be good tomorrow. So you have to also think about that flexibility. That's really important. So it's so sometimes when we talk to customers, we talk about technology, but is that change management, the people and the processes, and that's, if you get that in balance, you're okay. And it's not like because we go and we see this let's say the data, digital transformation, AI, that it's like all systems. No, it's about the people and how we can help them.
Great answer.
So the last one I would say is the following also. When because we are customer facing to our customers, so the question is, who is my customer? So we talked about people, systems, and processes, but then the other one is, who is your customer? And I try to think about the following: my customer is their customer. So when you think about a solution or a business case, it's not about my customer, it's about their customers. So it's about, how can we help our customers' customers? That's the magic. Because if we can help to improve the quality of our customers' customers, it's no brainer. It's simple. It's always a yes. Or how can we create a better throughput so that the orders are delivered on time? We don't do that because of our customer. No, we do it of their customer. So if you create that mindset of, it's not about my customer, it's their customer. So for example, to use that as an idea, is my customer is not thinking about me. He's thinking about his customer.
Of course,
I'm thinking about my customer, but my customer is not thinking about me. He's thinking about his customer. So we have to not only try to do some technology or something for our customer. No. It's for their customer, how we can help them. And of course, there are shareholders and other things. But it's because if you get your customer right, all the rest will follow. Because then you will have a satisfied customer, so your shareholders will be happy, and the margins will be fine, and the quality will be fine, and so on and so on. So it's that mindset also. If we do projects, think about your customer. No, it's the customer's customer. We have to think about it. So that helps really to define your business case. Who is your real customer?
Amazing. Good, like I said, good answer. But on that, you've obviously shown how knowledgeable you are. You know, you've answered everything in so much detail. And for anyone that doesn't already know, how is Dimension Software helping customers, and your customers?
There we go. So it's if we look back to the to the 20 years. So it was really starting from there, from connecting to historians, and in this case was Pi, OSI Pi or Aviva Pi, and making solutions on top of this data. And so that's in a simple way as this. So think about is process data. Okay, how can we maybe visualize? But then also you have alarms, you have events. So that was the first growth, okay, and supporting these customers. But then over time, our customers are also asking, yeah, but can I not also have maintenance? So think about an asset-centric view. So what could be an asset-centric view is that I want to see running hours. I want to see maintenance orders. Maybe I want to see lab reports. Maybe I want to use Esri to visualize where is my asset. So we have all these islands of information. Can we not bring it in one platform?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're going to say, but that's like Tableau, right? Or the other ones that just visualize. No. So then you make it actionable. And that's really the key. So it's like an actionable operational platform where we bring that OT world and the IT world together so that we can make actionable decisions and start creating know-how, not based on one data source, but on many data sources. And the reason why this is important, because if we look to the maturity of data, so let's say there's an event happening, that creates data. But the data is not valuable because it's going to say, yes, no. What do you mean, yes, no? Yeah, it says that's data. It just says something, yes, no, or it says 200. What does it say? So out of that, we create information. Information is going to say, it's 200 kilometers an hour, or it's 200 liters, or whatever it is. It's 200 liters of this process. Now I understand what this 200 means. Because data is, we don't understand data. It's information. Now the next one is we bring, let's say, 200, the temperature is 70, this valve is open, then we create knowledge. It's the same principle. And the next one is then action or wisdom. It's the same principle for us. We don't want to bring data together, but we want to bring information together from different silos. And then can we create knowledge out of that? Because once we have knowledge, then we can do action. So let's say I say something. I go to the weighting scale and I see my weight is too much. That's knowledge. Action, I go running. It's as simple as that. But if I don't have that knowledge, because I didn't weight myself, or whatever it was the reason, as a result, I didn't do the action. It's the same in industrial environment. So we need that so that we can do the right informed decision. Is a motor is a certain temperature, but that's maybe fine because we are making this product. But maybe for another product it would not be fine. That's knowledge. And with that we can do an action. Okay. And it's really that whole flow that you try to optimize with customers. And that can be related to reliability. It can be related to maybe your batches. And we try to make it as easy as possible to connect to all the data sources. Make information and knowledge about that, and then do actions with it. And the consumer of the data could be in the OT, could be in the IT. For us, it doesn't matter. As long as we start from the right use case, what you want to do, and then build on that. And we really see it as a platform, so that it's not, let's say, but I need an OEE solution, or I need a visualization, or I need a scheduler. For us, it's like we put it all on a platform, and it's up to you to use what you need. That's the whole concept. So, and it's not limiting you, or it's not custom made to a certain thing. We adapt to our customer needs. Because what do we see is that on the OT layer, it's always different. Or they have different in the IT layer, and their business processes are different. So yes, we can say you have to adapt to SAP and with their strict rules. With us, it's more like an open platform where then you can change whatever you want. So we're going to say it's like low code, no code, or whatever we call it. But it's like try to make it as easy as possible that also the user can change and adapt to their needs.
Yeah.
So that's in a nutshell of what we do.
Yeah.
Getting the OT and the IT more together.
Which is exactly what we want. Which is exactly what we've been saying today.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
So no, that was absolutely great. I don't think I've got any more questions because you have covered everything. So
no, it was a pleasure. And look, if are there any questions, I would say reach out to you or to me.
Yes, definitely.
Always happy to answer or to engage. No problem.
Yeah, any questions that come in, I will definitely send them over to you. And for anyone that does want any more information about Dimension Software, obviously get in touch with us. And as I mentioned before, we have our business division of IC Square as well, which does consultancy to help you on your digital transformation journey. So yes, get in touch with us. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you for joining us today. And thank you so much again, Rik.
My pleasure. It was nice.
Thanks.